A very happy day to all dear students. So today we are going to revise for our first midterm test for 8th standard. So we are going to revise only short question answers today. You know the pattern and the portion for the test. Pattern I have given you already. The portion is lesson 1 from history, lesson 1 from geography, and lesson 1 from civics. Only 3 lessons. Okay. Yes. So first question. Give a short note on archives. See, we all know what is archives. We have studied at the very first class of history. So it's a custodian of records, right? So there are 2 points in this question. So first point. This is the place where historical documents are preserved. Okay. Archive is a place where historical documents are preserved. The National Archives of India, that is NAI, is located in New Delhi. Where it is located? National Archives of India is located in New Delhi. So this is the first point. Starting from here to this New Delhi is the first point. So what they are telling here? What is archives? It is a place where historical documents are preserved. Okay, the historical documents will be preserved in the archives, and the National Archives of India, that is NAI, is located in New Delhi. So very easy, the first point. Okay, the second point, it contains authentic evidence for knowing the political, social, economic, cultural, and scientific life and activities of the people of India. So what does it contain? It contains authentic evidence. Okay, what does it contains authentic evidence of political, social, economic, cultural, and scientific life and activities of the people of India. Okay, so this is the second point. Let's go to the second question. Yes, mention the trading centers of the English in India. So what they have asked in the question, they have asked the trading centers of the English in India. So what are the trading centers? So the English had established their trading centers at Surat, Agra, Ahmedabad, and Bhuj. Only 4 places they have given here. Okay, how many centers? 4 centers. What are they? Number 1 is Surat, number 2 is Agra, number 3 is Ahmedabad, and number 4 is Bhuj. Got it? Very easy answer. Third one. Name the important factories established by the Dutch in India. So, important factories they are asking, which are established by whom? Dutch people in India. Okay, we'll see what are they. The trade. So actually the answer starts from here. Okay, the important factories in India were Pulicat, Surat, Chinsura, Kazim Bazar, Patna, Nagapatnam, Balasore, and Cochin. So these are the important factories in India established by Dutch people. Okay, so what are they? Number 1 is Pulicat, number 2 is Surat, number 3 is Chinsura, number 4 is Kazim Bazar, number 5 is Patna, number 6 is Nagapatnam, number 7 is Balasore, and number 8 is Cochin. So totally 8 important factories they are given. Next, fourth question. Define rock. The rocks are the solid mineral materials forming a part of the surface of the earth and other similar planet. So what is rock? Rock is usually solid in straight, right? Solid mineral materials. Rocks are solid mineral materials forming a part of the surface of the earth and other similar planets. Okay. Fifth one. How are igneous rocks formed? So, igneous rocks. The igneous rocks are formed by the solidification of molten magma. So, the igneous rocks are formed by what? Solidification of molten magma. That is the first point. Second point, these rocks are also called as primary rocks or parent rocks. That's all. Very easy answer. What is the first point? The first point tells about the formation of the igneous rocks. The igneous rocks are formed by the solidification of molten magma. That is the first point. Second point, these rocks are also called as the primary rocks or parent rocks. That's all. Okay. Sixth one. State the types of soils. So what are the types of soils? Classifications of soils they have given in the book. Okay. So we'll see what are the types of soils. Soil is classified into 6 major types. How many major types? 6 major types. They are alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, and desert soil. How many soils? There are 6 types of soils. They are alluvial, A-L-L-U-V-I-A, alluvial. Alluvial soil. Second one is black soil. You all know the spelling for black color, B-L-A-C-K, black soil. Next one is red soil. There are 2 colors coming here, so you can easily keep in mind black soil and red soil. Next one is laterite soil. Late, you know the spelling for late, L-A-T-E, late. Right, R-I-T-E, laterite soil. Next one is mountain soil. Don't know the spelling for the mountain also, M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N, mountain. Next one is desert soil, D-E-S-E-R-T, desert soil. It's a very easy answer. Seventh one. Name the 2 houses of the state legislature. So what are the 2 houses? Coming to the answer. In India, the state legislature consists of the governor and 1 or 2 houses. The upper house is called the legislative council, while the lower house is called the legislative assembly. Okay, upper house and lower house. Got it? So, upper house is called what? Legislative council. Lower house is called legislative assembly. Very easy to remember. Next question. How is the chief minister appointed? The governor appoints the leader of the majority party in the state legislative assembly as the chief minister. So, how is chief minister appointed? Chief minister is appointed by whom? Governor. Okay. Governor appoints the leader of the majority party. Whoever wins the majority party will be selected. Okay. In the state legislative assembly as what? Chief minister. So, chief minister is appointed by whom? Governor. Okay. Next one. How is the council of ministers formed? So, how is council of ministers formed? Yes, there are 2 points here. The leader of the majority party in the election is chosen as chief minister. So, the majority party in the election is chosen as the chief minister. That is the first point. Second point. This is the second point. So, this is the first point. Okay. The chief minister, who also should be an MLA, chooses his ministers from the MLAs of his party. So, the chief minister will be choosing his ministers, that is those who are going to work under him. Okay, he is going to choose his ministers from the MLAs of his party. So, this is the very easy answers. Okay, children, we have completed the revision today. Study well and do the test well. All the best and take care. Thank you, children.